It's when he meets Hermione and Ron, right? Is on the train.
I have
I
no
don't know.
idea.
I haven't seen the movie or read the book. The internet can pitch me off a cliff.
This might convince Michael to watch Harry Potter.
I know.
Welcome back, everyone. We are going to rewind the clocks a little bit in today's reaction. We're going to listen to a classic soundtrack. And this is like one of the most recognizable themes, I think, in this soundtrack from John Williams. Because we're going to react to Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. We've got a couple select tracks from that one, including that iconic main theme, which I think all of us have heard in passing. But we're really going to just kind of listen to it along with some other tracks and just kind of react and let you guys know what we think.
Yeah, every commercial for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I have not heard this soundtrack in entirety. Like Steven said, I've heard this theme in passing here or there, but that's about it. So
We posted a community post, and we want to see your guys' opinion on whether we should react to a film or game. And in the film, we had Harry Potter, and the game we had
Destiny 2, The Witch Queen.
Yes. And so I've not actually seen all the Harry Potter movies. So I don't know if you guys could guess by now. We were all definitely Lord of the Rings fans growing up, and kind of we went all in on Lord of the Rings and never really got around to Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I guess. So,
yeah, this is culture for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Me too.
Shall we?
Yeah, and just comment your favorite track below. I mean, I know this is a big franchise, and let us know your favorite track and if we listen to your favorite track today. So the first track we're going to listen to, it is number 6 on Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone original soundtrack. It is called Platform 9 3/4 / The Journey to Hogwarts. And are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Ready.
Very pleasant.
Yeah.
And whimsical.
It makes me think of like classical stuff like the Nutcracker.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's very John Williams.
Exactly. I mean, he's really good at that, like really classic sound.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there's that Harry Potter sound there.
Yeah.
I've heard that. This is very John Williams.
Yes.
You will hear zero electronic influences in John Williams music, which is great. It just gives it a very grounded feel to it.
Yep. Very grounded.
I have heard this theme.
Oh, yeah, that's the main theme in there.
It sounds like a bell tolling.
Hedwig's theme. Yep, his owl.
Yeah. It's very, very iconic and beautiful theme.
Is it played on a Celesta, the bell piano?
Don't know.
It's possible.
Kind of sounds like it.
Which is a beautiful instrument.
Yes. It's used quite a bit in the Fountain soundtrack, which
This is amazing.
It's very magical sounding. It really
Yeah. My favorite of what style that John Williams magical feel that he has. This is the epitome of it.
Oh yes.
So good. Wow. Soaring.
It's weird because it's very familiar because I've heard the main theme so much.
Right.
But I haven't heard the specific track.
Yeah.
Not unexpected, but it's nice to do the deeper dive until we listen more closely.
I like your comparison to the Nutcracker, Michael, because you can definitely
Hear that?
It's
Yeah.
very cool.
Whoa.
That almost sounds like Indiana Jones.
Yeah. You're right. Almost like intrigue.
Yeah. All right.
Nice little harp flourish at the end there.
Track. Yeah.
That was of all of John Williams' work, this was up there with some of my favorites.
Oh yes, I think he's I don't know. He has so many iconic scores, obviously.
Yeah.
But he's really good at, especially, just main themes. Although I will say I still have beef with the Obi-Wan Kenobi main theme, but we won't go
And
there
that was
today.
written by him?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The main theme was.
All right, so I assume we'll rate at the end, or do we want to go track by track?
Let's do it at the end. Let's do
Let's do it at the end.
One thing I did want to mention, like the reason I picked that track was because from what I understand, it's when Harry is on the train to Hogwarts, and I was curious if it would sound at all like one of my favorite soundtrack pieces, which is Evacuating London from Chronicles of Narnia, where they get on the train and you have the beautiful train shot.
You know what I would think of more than that from what we just heard is like Polar Express kind of train when they're in there and it's just all the kids.
That too. Yep.
But I know pretty sure it's when he meets Hermione and Ron, right? Is on the train.
I have no idea.
I haven't seen the movie or read the book, so I'm a
roast me all you want.
Complete
but I'm saying,
the internet can pitch me off a cliff.
So yeah, I am curious, Michael, based on your observation of the Nutcracker influences or what it sounded like. The next one we're listening to is called Christmas at Hogwarts, correct?
Yes.
And
yes,
so I'm really curious, since the Nutcracker obviously is a Christmas play and music. That sounds like it. I'm curious. If
I wouldn't be surprised if John Williams in general has, inspiration or influence from.
I mean, I'm sure all the classic goes.
He's a very classical style film composer to begin with. So
absolutely. All right, so we're gonna give number 12 a listen. Christmas at Hogwarts. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Ready.
Oh, very, very whimsical there.
Yep.
All right.
What is that?
Oh. That's kind of eerie.
Yeah, it is. Not what I was expecting for Christmas.
Not me either.
I like it though.
Yeah, I'm like a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
I can't tell if it's like supposed to be ominous or like just kind of building.
Please tell us in the comments if you've seen the movie, if this is at an ominous part.
Yes.
We're going to look like idiots.
Yeah, I know. We know nothing about this franchise.
We're going to have to do a live watch of Harry Potter.
Seriously.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you want us to watch Harry Potter on Twitch with y'all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or YouTube Live.
Yeah. It's gotten eerier for somehow.
Yeah.
I love it.
Not what I was expecting at all. There you go.
I'm imagining that it's like a presentation of some ancient spirits or something like that come out and do some sort of Christmas chant, essentially. It's what it sounds like. I'm probably way off, but that's what popped in my head.
I'm afraid to say too much more conjecture because I'm going to get roasted.
Oh, we all have the images that the music creates in our head, right?
True.
It's one of the fun parts.
When you said that, I was like, that would make sense.
Just much more. Go ahead.
I was to say it's lovely with the kind of there's like mysterious parts of this.
Yes.
There's mystery going on.
There is.
Less. I was expecting more of like a Christmas celebration sound, which it opened up with, but that very quickly fades away, and now it's like you said, mysterious and not Christmas sounding.
Yeah.
When I saw
something, Hogwarts must be a little different than Christmas around the.
Apparently.
I love this. Was that a harp? I've
got. It sounded like a harp. Yes.
Okay, so what was really interesting to me is like when it started out very whimsical and everything, and then it got really eerie, and then it kind of returned to that whimsical portion like feel. But the second time it got whimsical, it felt almost like fake. This is not all. You know what I mean? Like, and not like it felt like that's like putting on a face, so to speak. The music was putting on a face. Yeah, that was really interesting. That was a very strong feeling I got when we were listening.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, John Williams is just the best at his craft, and his music is so expressive.
It's so interesting that we are all just like people who have not seen Harry Potter, and like we're trying to guess what this is about, and meanwhile there's this massive community of fans of Harry Potter.
I mean, we're not entirely cultural, like isolated snoobs or whatever you want to call us. Like, I mean, we know that it's about a little guy who takes a ring to Mount Doom and throws it in the fire.
And then Obi-Wan Kenobi, the space wizard, comes and guides him along his journey. We know the story.
We know how Harry Potter goes.
I don't know these two.
Now we
We're
do
now
know
gonna-
the next track though.
Yes, the crown jewel of this soundtrack, I dare say, even though I haven't listened to the whole soundtrack. We're going to listen to Hedwig's theme, which, as you know, I do know this much, is the main theme of Harry Potter. The Harry Potter franchise, that is.
So we're gonna react to
Iconic
it
theme.
once, even if we listen to the next 7 soundtracks. You're gonna only get a Hedwig's theme reaction once.
Yes, and just a disclaimer, I have heard this in passing before, so I don't know if you guys have, but we're going to give this a listen just to kind of...
I think I've only heard the theme, the melody. I've not heard the full
Okay.
track.
Ditto.
Well, you're in for a treat, I think. All right, you guys ready?
Ready?
I love that theme.
I know. I love whatever instrument it's played on. This is peak John Williams.
It's definitely one of his best themes.
And he didn't do all the Harry Potter movies. I'm very glad he did the original themes, though.
Mm-hmm.
I could literally sit and listen to this all day. This is
Rainy day with cozy.
Yep.
cozy
It
vibes
is
of
very
book.
rainy day cozy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just love those like swirling strings.
Yes.
again that
very
classical
magical.
influence.
Yeah, I mean soundtracks, the instrumental scores of movies really are the next step in classical music. Not evolution, not that classical music should go away, but
Yeah.
they are
They're the modern day classic.
they are the modern day classical. They are a movement in the classical music genre.
For sure.
Right? They're a legitimate classical music genre, subgenre. French horns.
Yeah.
I love-
brass in there.
Yeah, and I
Always.
mean, the French horn is probably the one you hear the most, and it's just the most pleasant, I think, of the brass instruments.
Yeah. Not the most grandiose, but it's definitely like
Mm-hmm.
pleasant, I think.
Yeah, you're not playing French horns during, like, the Bridge of Khazad-dûm or something like that.
No.
They may have been in there, but mixed in with lots of other things.
But it's not like the overpowering
Correct.
sound in that.
This kind of music just wants to make me, like, start air conducting.
Bugs Bunny.
That's right.
Freaking love this.
Oh, it's a beautiful track.
It's also just like I could just, like you said earlier, Michael, just see myself just sitting there, literally doing nothing else, not even scrolling the
Exactly.
phone. You just sit there
Yep,
and
yep.
really enjoy it in a concert
Lost in
hall.
my imagination,
coffee.
you know.
Mm. There's the heavier brass, the deeper brass.
This is the best. Oh my god.
This might convince Michael to watch Harry Potter.
I know.
Yep.
Honestly.
And my wife says I have to read the books first.
Oh man.
Well, I guess I'll have to read the books first then. Finish my current read.
Yep.
I personally, I love the Nutcracker and I love Tchaikovsky. So this is, I don't know. I'm just loving hearing this. Clear, I don't know. It must be very Tchaikovsky inspired. You know, these
I think
sounds,
what
the
Tchai-
instruments, like even more so
I mean,
than
the-
John Williams' other scores.
Well, Nutcracker has all that kind of whimsy in those parts,
Yeah.
like the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies and all that. That
Yep.
kind of the magical elements. I think this has
Uh-huh.
too, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a great.
It really is. Just the build has been great. It's gotta be so hard to play those brass instruments with that staccato, that quick staccato that you just heard, because it's like, you know, you're blowing into it really quickly. It's like, man, that takes a lot of cheek muscles and breath work.
Oh,
Well, I'm
wow.
just gonna say right now. I mean, I want to rate that one. That's a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
that's a
say it
5.
right now. It's a 5.
You guys are
Yeah, I mean,
correct.
that's-
I was thinking that. I was like, I can't give it a 5 because it's not Lord of the Rings, but that theme is a
Objectively,
5.
I think it's gotta
The
be a
rest of
5.
it could be a little less, but the rest of it all builds into the story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
honestly
any
like the
soundtrack.
The other two tracks, like I wouldn't give them lower than a 4.5. You know, for individual tracks, you know, and
they're great. But I think
yeah.
that main theme is just it's great. It's perfect. It builds. But let us know in the comments if there's anything else from the other Harry Potter soundtracks, like any other standout tracks, because I've heard that theme a lot in passing, like I've said. But if there's anything beyond that that's just really stands out to you, let us know. We want to listen to some more of that as well.
I would be so down to listen to more Harry Potter.
We'll have to react to all 7 of them or 8 of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm really curious to see what happens when John Williams leaves the project and they bring in different composers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe Patrick Doyle takes over at some point.
Gotcha.
Alexander Desplat.
And Desplat.
Does he really?
Display.
Okay.
Is it Desplat or Display?
We're gonna figure that out and come back next time with that.
But you're right. I think he does the 3rd one, which I've heard is actually really good and cool tone shift for the movies in general. Because Christopher Columbus directs the first 2, I'm pretty sure. And then I think the 3rd movie is directed by Alfonso Cuarón, so I hear it's a really cool tone shift. And then
I mean,
Alexander
I've heard the
Desplat comes in with the music on that one.
I've heard that the books and the movies kind of like get more mature as with the character, so to speak. You know.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like John Williams actually did the first 3. Then it's Patrick Doyle for 4. Then Nicholas Hooper for 5 and 6, and Alexander Desplat for 7 and 8.
Oh, fascinating.
Okay.
Yeah. So interesting stuff.
Well, then it'll be even more interesting to see how John Williams, if he changes his tone of music along with the change in director in the 3rd one. But
that was fun.
Yeah, it was
fun,
a blast.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining. Comment below what you would rate this score. I'm sure it's going to be rated pretty highly among fans. It's a great one. So, just stick around next week. We're got some good reactions coming along, and let us know if there's any other Harry Potter soundtracks you'd like us to react to, or if you want to see us watch the movie and react to the movie, because none of us have actually seen it all the way through. I've seen a couple of the movies here and there, but not the first one.
Absolutely.
So, thank you. Yep. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Cheers.